All right. What's up, party people? Man, oh man, oh man. Tonight is going to be big. I'm pumped up for tonight. And man, whew, I know you're pumped up. Man, make sure that make sure that you've gone through the 14-day challenge. Make sure you've gone through the prep videos. Man, if you're excited, I just want you to just bask in that excitement for what you're about to dive into. Again, I just want you to, well, you know what? First of all, Wes and I are really excited for you. Period. We're just super excited for you. We're super excited for your future, and we're just pumped up for you. So we're pumped up for you. You should get pumped up for yourself. Okay. You're going to be asked to stretch, quite a bit during this next 90 days. You're going to have distractions. One of the things that I'm going to ask of you, just on behalf of Wes too, is that you focus in over the next 90 days. There's going to be things pop up. There's going to be things come up. The one thing I can tell you is just lock in over the next 90 days. If something comes up and you're like, it's a really good opportunity or whatever, if it's a really awesome opportunity, it's probably still going to be around, 90 days from now. So I'm going to ask you just to lock in. We're going to ask you to just have our voices in your head, for a while. We're not telling you that, nobody else's training matters or anything like that. But we understand that there's sometimes you just got to lock in. Okay. You just got to really lock in. So again, make sure you've gone through, the training videos in your back office. Make sure you press or just click the support button if you need help with anything for that matter. And then support will get you going. Okay. So again, after tonight, some of you are going to walk away closing 70% of the people that watch your presentations. And that's a pretty cool feeling. So again, I just want to kind of ask you a few questions. Again, how would it feel to recruit or have an additional 4 to 10 customers or people joining your business every single month? Okay. And that's at a minimum, all right, or an additional to what you're already doing. Okay. If you guys can follow what we're about to teach tonight, I can literally almost guarantee that you'll be at about 4 to 10 minimal customers or reps per month. Okay. Because again, you should have come into this with a roadmap. You know how many people you should be talking to a day. Okay. You should have an accountability partner. You should have some way of tracking what you do. And we will have some type of tracking mechanism for the group. Okay. Because we really do think it should be a community tracking thing. However, we want to make sure it works right. And we just didn't want to kind of throw something together. So, once we have that, make sure that you're participating not only with your accountability partner, but you're participating with the community as we track and share everything. Okay, so again, these are the pillars to our success. If you've been with us for any amount of time, you know how important we think vision is. Really, we know how important vision is. Cold market friending. When I put this slide together, I actually had cold market recruiting, and then I took that out because I was like, you know what, people should really focus on just making friends. That's what makes recruiting really easy. If you can make friends, I'm here to tell you what you really need to hear, not what you want to hear. I have to say that. Many of you guys, obviously, Wes, she doesn't have to state that out loud and say, I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, know what you want to hear. I have to say that. So you hear that evil laugh in the back too. But I'm going to tell you something. If you have trouble making friends, you're going to have trouble in network marketing, period, hands down. You may go find something that is just straight up affiliate something, and you just run traffic, and you just pay for. Great, do that in my opinion, I do feel like we should all be looking to become better people, become better communicators, become better friends, because that's how you make an impact. So obviously we're not going to be going over that tonight. Okay. We're going to be going over closing tonight, but these are the skills that we've acquired over the last few years. that have made the biggest impact in our life and in our business. You know what I mean? Because your ability to really make friends, like Wes, she makes a ton of friends at the gym, and it's so easy to like just bring up business when you make friends with people, because they're like, oh dude, what do you do? And like, it's not like this thing of like, oh, you're trying to get me into something, like people are really curious. So again, make friends. Okay. We're going to teach you guys all these things. Okay. So get ready, just kind of hold on to your hat. So this is how this course works. Okay. There are going to be modules that you go back through more than others. Okay. Each and every one of you has a different skill set, and you've got different things kind of going on in your life and your business that may require, like, I'm pretty sure many of you are going to be coming back to this module. I'd probably recommend it more than 3 times. I would put that challenge on you. My challenge to you is that each time you come back to a module, make sure you show up a different person. Okay. Put that in your head. Like, show up a different person each time you come back to a module. It's kind of like reading a book. Like, you read a book, you go out into the world, you apply that book, and then like you come back and read the same book as a different person. You're going to get something different out of it. Okay, that's the concept here, and I want you to treat this course like this. I want you to watch and rewatch and apply. Again, make sure you go back through the 14-day pre-course. A lot of you, that's brand new to you. So if it's brand new and if you've never heard anything like that before, then the foundation isn't set yet. Okay, so that foundation is starting to be built, but it's not set. Okay, it's still, the cement hasn't dried yet. I would say at least watch every module at least one time. Again, watch, apply, come back, repeat. Okay, choose what works for you in terms of like, this whole full-time formula. For some of you, yes, you will be, crushing it in 90 days. For some of you, it's 180. For some of you, it's 360. For some of you, it's 1,296. Doesn't matter. It doesn't freaking matter. We all have different skill sets. We all have different lives. We all have different things going on. So, that it really doesn't matter what your number is. Okay. But you got to have a number. Okay. Random doesn't work. You got to have some type of number. Okay. And if you got to track things, guys, if you don't track it, it doesn't exist. I'm sorry, but it doesn't exist. If you're watching this live, Wes and I, we are going to run this 90 days with you. Okay. So, we'll be prospecting people. We'll be talking to people. We'll be right there with you. We won't just be with the bullhorn, telling you what to do. Okay. So we'll be running right next to you guys. I think one of the things that really sets us apart, from other trainers and people that do things that are similar to what we do, is, we're one of the few that are really actively building a network marketing business, going out there, really learning not just, things in terms of online marketing, but really growing ourselves as network marketers and really diving into things like that. So, we think that definitely sets us apart. Okay. So let's get into it. You guys ready? Awesome. Let me know in the comment section that you're still awake, you're still with me, and that you're ready. And, all right, let's see. Kathleen, I see a lot of new names in here. All right, cool. New names are awesome. New blood. They don't know Wes like we know Wes yet. So hold on to your hat. Hope you got a seatbelt on. Here she comes.
Everyone's in here because of me.
Pretty much.
They know me. They know me.
They don't know. Pull the curtain back, Wes. All right, let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Closing do's and don'ts. Okay, so one, I want you to kind of embrace this. You can do it. Okay, you can do it, but you do want to ask a lot of questions. You want to ask good questions, ones that don't set you up for success. So again, we want to ask open-ended questions. Okay, we want to get to a place where whether it's on the phone, whether it's in Messenger, and I do want to urge everyone to, again, use Messenger as a tool, not your main tool. Okay, it's just a tool to help you transition and get people on the phone, and we'll help you through that stuff. But make sure that you use open-ended questions. Things like, are you ready to get started? if it can end in a no, you're setting yourself up for failure. Do anticipate and eliminate. So what that means is you want to ask questions in a way that you're getting the answer in your head that you want already. Okay, and hopefully that makes sense. So let's say, so for example, if you've ever walked into a clothing store and you walk in and the person automatically says, "What? Can I help you find something?" Right? And then you're conditioned to say no. Has anyone ever experienced that in the last 2 weeks? You walk into a store, "Can I help you?" "No, I don't need anything." You literally cut them off because you're conditioned already to say no, right? You're conditioned already. So what you want to learn how to do is these questions that we ask, or if there's a place where you're asking questions and when you're talking to people, we want to get to a place where you ask a question and you kind of know the answer that you want to get, and it kind of helps you determine what question you want to ask. Okay. Now, obviously, that's something that it does take a little practice, but again, if you're aware of it, if we can create some awareness around some things, then we'll create action on some things. Okay. Remember to keep your posture all the time. I mean, one, don't take things personal. Okay. It's really, really easy to take things personal. Keep a good energy. It's so easy to misinterpret something. We even had it happen to us today. It's super, super easy to misinterpret something. And if you don't keep a good energy, if you don't stay positive, you can blow the relationship out of the water and it's all done. Okay. Let's stop using words like interested, business opportunity, ground floor, words that just normal people people in your warm market, they freak out. They're like, "Wait a minute, you didn't talk like this yesterday, so what's going on?" And then again, they're thinking, okay, you got this new business, and if it did that to you in one day, no shot, because I would like to be the same person tomorrow that I am today because I like me. Right? So we don't want to make people feel awkward with just new language that kind of freaks them out. So again, awareness of your words. And again, do find their vision. Okay. If you've gone through the prep videos, then you should have found your own vision. And that's going to help you to be able to get to find other people's vision, because most people they don't know how. Okay. And one of the tips to closing at this high of rate is it's got to be their idea. Okay. Again, let go of it being your idea. A lot of us subconsciously want credit for them coming into as a customer or a rep. Okay. A lot of us subconsciously want the credit of, "Yeah, I brought you in." "Yeah, that was me. That was me. I got you. You a rep now. You a rep." Let go of credit. You don't need credit. If it's their idea, it's going to be so much easier for people to join. Okay. It's their idea. They're like, "Oh yeah," in their head, when it's their idea, it's a wrap. Okay. So make that happen. All right. Now, before we really dive in, you must learn how to close. Okay. It's an absolute must. Not for you, not so you can make more money, not so you can, drive that awesome car, not so you can, rank advance. Okay. Closing isn't for you. Closing is for them. Closing is for your prospects. And that's what we want to get to today. Closing is for them. It is life or death. Okay. I want you to move into that feeling. You may be like, "Dude, Ryan, no one's going to die if I don't close them." Well, and I would vouch to say that that's not true, because if someone didn't close me, where would I be? I may be on this planet, but if you're not happy, it may feel like death. And you know how many people aren't happy on earth, and they're literally living in a life that they just don't want to be in. And we have that responsibility. If we can learn how to effectively close people, we can actually give life back to people. A lot of you guys are in health and wellness companies. If someone got on your products, you can give life back to people. The core of life is energy. If we don't have energy, then life doesn't exist. You know, a lady hit me up today, like completely wrong, you know, just like spammy. Hey, open your mouth, take this. I know you work out. Come on, dude. Right? Like, eat it. You know, and I sent her a voice message back, and I said, you know what? If you really care that much about helping, it's not about the money, Ryan. I just want to help people, bro. Well, one, you can help more people by making more money. Okay, and two, if you really want to help people, you want to get your good products in somebody's body, then do it the right way. Because you doing it the wrong way is shutting it down, and you could have stopped someone from actually getting some good products in their body, having some energy, showing up better for their wife, showing up better for their husband, showing up better at work, showing up better for their kids. That's what energy does. So this is life or death. Getting them into your community is life or death. You failed somebody if you didn't get them into your community. If you know that they need to be in your community, then we failed them if we didn't get them in. You know, I feel that way about all the people that went through the challenge before this, and you know, that they just needed this, and and you know what, we can do as good a job as we want, but you know, that's how you continue to push yourself and get better, and say, you know what, we missed it, we didn't help some people. You know, it's kind of like a preacher in church. If he's hitting some of the audience but not everybody, it keeps getting that person better at what they do. So you got to get people in your community. That's the only way you can help them. You know, a lot of you probably right now, you're like, I don't want to, you know, sell anybody anything, or I just don't want them to spend the money and da-da-da. You know, at the end of the day, if you don't get them in your community, you can't help them. It's your job. You have a right to say, look, dude, you got to get in here, because it's the only way that I can help you is truly to get you immersed in what we got. So again, imagine, just take a second. Imagine if you did not get closed. Imagine if someone said, you know what, I'm not going to follow up, or I'm not going to ask her if she's open, or you know what, you know, who cares if, you know, imagine where you'd be. Imagine if someone, you know, some of you right now may be watching this, maybe live, maybe the recorded version, maybe, you know, maybe Wes or I reached out and said, hey, look, you know, we may have reached out before, and said, no, not for me. But then maybe we just reached out one more time, and you know, being here changed your life forever. I don't know. But I want you to commit to finishing this course. Most people never finish courses. So again, I want you to commit to finishing this course. I want you to tell somebody, commit. I'm finishing this course no matter what. It doesn't matter how much time. Commit to the homework. Commit to your accountability partner. Okay, that's huge. So big. So commit to these things, okay? And commit to tracking your progress. Again, if you don't track it, it doesn't count, and you can't grow. There is no growth if you don't know where you were yesterday, okay? If you don't track and say, you know what, how can I grow? Then nothing exists, and that's why most people usually stay in the same place, because they don't track anything, so there's nothing to actually measure. And if you can't measure something, there is no growth. Okay, I promised I wouldn't just go into like preacher mode tonight, but I'm kind of feeling it. I've had a couple cookies, and I have an energy drink. So
a couple.
I had a couple.
You bought like 10.
They're for the kids. Let's go. Keep it moving. Listen for my commands. Okay.
What? Hold on. Message me that you are committed, and I'm gonna write everyone's names down, and I'm gonna make sure that you're here every week. And if you're not, you're gonna hear from me.
And hearing from Wes. Where's that life or death slide?
So as soon as we get done tonight, send me a message.
There it is.
What?
But really, guys, I mean, you gotta track your stuff, and I'm gonna tell you, the most important thing in this course is accountability. Period. It's not the information. Okay, it's the accountability. That's the most important thing, period. That's why you have to have an accountability partner or multiple, and you have to share your results, track. We have a file in the file section of the group that's a tracking sheet. Use that. Go ahead and print out 12 of them. You know, go ahead and put the dates on them. You know, do that. Send it to have your husband or wife or kids or somebody have your upline say, hey, look, upline, I'm doing this challenge. This is what I'm looking to do. I'm doing it's in another group, but I'll still be here, whatever. But I printed out these 12. This is my activity, for the next 12 weeks. I'd love for you to be my accountability partner. It's cool. I'm not to take a lot of your time or whatever, but, because I don't want to take a lot of your time. I don't want to take a lot of mine. I just want, 5 minutes of accountability once a week or something like that, just to send it to you. I mean, guarantee you'd probably get a yes. I mean, at the end of the day, they're like, okay, awesome. You're going to work. What's up? You know what I mean? Some of you may not have an upline. Doesn't matter. Find somebody. Okay. Doesn't matter. I heard somebody this week say, Ryan, I don't have an upline. I mean, okay, awesome. Go out and produce, and you'll earn an upline. Somebody from corporate will be like, hey, you need an upline. Somebody they want to find you. So produce, get somebody's attention. Listen to Wes and I's commands. If you hear us talking about something that may not show up in the homework, but you just hear it and that speaks to you and it says like, maybe I should do that, then write that down. Again, I don't want you vigorously taking notes. I just want you to write down things that speak to you. Okay. At the end of the day, we're going to go over some closing things tonight. But again, for those of you that are really, really serious and showed up tonight, you got to go through Recruiting Series Pro. It's probably one of the most hardcore prospecting and closing courses that exist in the industry. And I would put my word on that. So as you go through these things, again, I would make Recruiting Series Pro one of the things that should be in your ear over the X amount of time that you decided to run through this deal. Recruiting Series Pro will change your life. So make sure you plug into that. Then you may have, at this point, you may be asking yourself, okay, cool. I did the 14 days. There was absolutely no prospecting. Did anyone notice, the people that have gone through that challenge, gone through those videos, whatever, there was absolutely no prospecting. Not one time did we tell you to prospect over that 2 weeks. And you may be asking yourself why. One, we had to really get you ready. Okay. Two, most people know what to do. They know what to say. They know all the stuff, but they still don't prospect. And the reason why is because they don't know how to close. Most network marketing companies, they teach you how to start a conversation, break some ice, hey, I'm kind of doing this thing, if you get two people and, if those two people, it's like hey, would you be interested in the ground floor of a product that no one has any patents on? It's got double pendings and triple ice cream in the back. So if you want to look at it, again, most people will they kind of like barely tell you how to prospect, but if you know how to close, I guarantee you'll go out and prospect. We're going to share some stuff tonight, and if you've gone through Recruiting Series Pro, it will make you talk to more people. So if you know the end goal, okay, if you know the end game, then you can start to see. It's just like a vision, okay? We teach vision because it allows you to work backwards. If you know where you are in 10 years, then you can easily reverse engineer that to work backwards. It makes sense, right? It's like follow the yellow brick road type thing. Same thing goes with prospecting. Each of us should be prospecting every single day. We all have a roadmap. We've all done it. If you haven't, go back to the videos. And we all have a particular number that we shouldn't hit, and our head shouldn't hit the pillow unless we hit that number. Okay? But knowing what the end goal is, knowing the process of the close will make you start prospecting. Okay? Let me know if that makes sense. Okay, just let me know if you're still with me. Let me know if that makes sense. So again, this is why we did closing first. Okay, because if you know that, then everything kind of comes together because now I kind of know how to do this. So again, most companies, they teach one thing, and that's prospecting. They teach you kind of how to break the ice, barely how to start a conversation, but no one really knows where to take that conversation once you start it, right? Unless it goes perfect. And someone's like, oh yeah, dude, I was really hoping that you would show up in my inbox today. We transitioned to a phone call. You'd actually hope that, you showed me a business opportunity because, I've just been waiting here, sitting here, waiting for something. So thanks for showing up. And, honestly, the worst thing for some people is if somebody said yes, because nobody knows what the hell they would do. And then they feel this weight of responsibility of, holy shit, they said yes. Oh God. Okay. So, again, I want you to walk away from tonight with this feeling of, it would be awesome if people, I know exactly what to do. I know when they say yes, cool. I know that I'm just going to send them this link. I'm going to stop selling. I'm send them the link. I'm going to walk them through getting started. I'm going to plug them into this video, and then I know how to get them going. Okay, and that's the kind of confidence that you got to have. Again, so you need to know the end game, so you know the start game. Okay, you will develop the confidence that you need to go through the prospecting process when you know closing. So I do believe it's probably one of the most extremely misunderstood concepts in home business, for the reason that people think it's like hard selling. I think people think that they need to be like slick salesmen. They need to, be sneaky or sleazy. They have this misconception of sales and closing. If you feel like that, if you have any inclination of you like not having a good relationship with the word closing or the word sales, then I would highly recommend going and reading Grant Cardone's Sell to Survive. Okay, it's no longer in print. Okay, so you may have to go on like iTunes or Kindle to get it, but it will change. It will literally shift how you look at like the word sales and closing, because you'll literally start taking responsibility for how the economy turns. You know what I mean? Like you'll literally start looking at things like, holy crap. Okay, if I can, I'm going to say Nancy. So I close Nancy into ILC. Okay. And then we show Nancy how to make more money. Nancy makes more money. What do people do when they make more money? They go spend more money, right? They have a better Christmas when they're making more money. People have a better Christmas. All of a sudden the economy turns. Okay. Can you see how now I'm responsible for the economy? Okay. And when you have that type of responsibility, you can't just say, you know what, I'm just, okay, Nancy, I'll just buy your excuses. It's okay. Don't close. Let Christmas suck, right? Okay, so it's very important when you take that responsibility, things can start to get really, really awesome there. So again, most people are focused on like the wrong things. They're focused on, well, I just need more traffic. I just need more this. I just need more that. You know what? You got to learn how to close first. You got to learn how to convert. If you can do this, if you can learn how to do the things that we're going to teach you tonight, okay, consistently and effectively, and make it a habit. So this is going to be brand new to you. So again, you're going to watch it over. However, most people are saying, dude, I just had more traffic. No, more traffic's not going to do you anything. Okay. More, learning ads and learning things like that. That's not going to do you anything. Okay. Now, if you learn closing and you know how to convert these people when you get them on the phone or you talk to them, guess what? Pour on the ads, pour on the traffic, right? Pour it on, because I don't care how many leads you get. If you can't close them, awesome. Keep generating leads. Like for the person, I know people that brag about thousands and thousands of leads they generate a month. Awesome. I don't need to generate 1,000 leads. Why? Because I know how to close. So if I know how to close, if I want to enroll 100 people and I close at 30%, well, awesome. All I got to do is talk to 300 people, where the other person's worried about talking to 3,000. Closing can like literally save you time, money, effort, all this stuff. Okay. So again, stop looking to close everybody. Start to say, you know what, my business isn't for everybody. This may not be for you, honestly. Like, I don't even know if it's for you. Okay. We'll just have to see, if it's a good fit for you, it's a good fit for you. But stop looking to qualify everybody and close everybody, because trust me, there are bad closes and they will suck the life out of you dry. They will literally suck you dry. So again, let people disqualify themselves. It is tough to close somebody when they're in sales mode. Okay. If you ask somebody what their network marketing company is, for those of you that happen to come across network marketers or anything like that, it's hard to close somebody when they're in sales mode. Okay. So if you say, I had one of our guys reached out to me yesterday, and he said something like, hey dude, I don't know why this person keeps pitching me. And they said, well, you clicked their link. So you said, hey bro, your link didn't work. Well, to me, network marketer this is what they do. Hopefully everyone can see my face. As soon as they recognize that you click their link, they go, well, it's like they just go into like sales mode, right? So if you ask somebody like, hey, well, what company are you in? They go, let me just throw up on you. Okay. So unless you have problems first, it's going to be really tough for you to like switch this conversation around, because we've all been there and we've probably all known somebody that has been like, once they're in sales mode, we've gone into straight up like, their collar pops up and then the fangs come out and it's literally like Count Dracula. And he's like, whoa, it's a comp. Have you seen my comp plan? Like you can't shut that off. Okay. So I just want you to understand, if you say something to somebody and it triggers into sales mode, just back off. Just back off, let them die out, let your content do the work, and we'll go over that too. So my goal for you, this is one of those like subliminal commands. Every person that you talk to, you should have at least a list of problems next to their name before you really go into like trying to close them, okay? If you don't have a problem, then you don't have a solution, okay? One of the questions I ask a lot of all our VIP clients is, okay, let's kind of reverse engineer this. Why would that person join? Why exactly is that person joining today? And then usually their answer is something that has to do with them, selfish. If it doesn't have to do with solving a problem that they told you that they would like to have solved, then we can't close them, okay? Disclaimer, all right? A lot of the stuff I'm going to tell you, you're going to be really super urged to just do on Messenger. And it doesn't work. A lot of stuff just doesn't work when you give somebody the free game to just like respond it, 6 months later. It just doesn't work. Okay. A lot of the things that we're going to talk about need to be over Zoom or phone call, because people need to kind of be on the spot. They don't need to read it and say, you know what? I'm actually going to phone a friend. I'm going to go wash my dog. I'm going to go clean my cat. And then I'll come up with a really awesome answer. That'll get them. Okay. So again, some of these things you're going to be tempted to use via text. They're not used for text. I would highly recommend, and I know Wes and I will have this out for you, so you may be watching from the future and it's already there, but we will kind of have like a closing guideline thing, PDF put together for you. So go ahead and put that out there. Okay. Don't be afraid to walk away. Okay. These are just things. I know I'm kind of just going over some certain things here, but I mean, these are very important.
Yeah, no. I was just agreeing with you. The walking away part is super important. Like, if people like get the feeling that you're like thirsty, like you really, really want it, they're going to run away. But if you give them the feeling like you don't need them, they're going to come running after you. And like, I do it, we both do it, like all day.
I'm ready to take it away. Like,
I'm ready to tell somebody, you know what? It's actually probably not a good fit.
That gives you so much power.
And then 98% of the time, they're like, wait. No, actually, tell me more about it. Like, all the time. So just, it's so important to like have that confidence and be ready to walk away.
Right. Now, don't be out there just be like, not for you. Like, just, no one's saying that's like, not for you. Nope. But understand, resistance trigger, like it's a trigger now. It's like, if I smell resistance, it's like, instead of me saying like network marketer fangs, it's like, oh, resistance? Nah, probably not for you. You know what I mean?
You guys, because think about it. I mean, like, majority of network marketers, they're just like, no, but check out this comp plan and check out these products. Oh my God, these products are this and this and this. And they're like so just like wanting to sign someone up so bad. So if you have that confidence and you're like, you know what, it might not be for you, they're going to be like, wait, what do you mean?
Right.
Like, why is it not for me? What are you talking about?
True that. So understand that. Again, guys, nothing you hear here can be learned unless you practice it. Okay. So I really stress, stop looking at what you think you know and that what you've heard before, okay, and really start looking at your results. Look at your results. Look at your bank account, okay? You say, wait, I don't know that.
No, Jeff said we have the cookie.
Hey, yes, run with it. Again, close.
Sorry, anyways.
Close with tools, okay? And use these, what we're about to teach you, to enhance your tools, Okay. Just as an example, a guy called me the other day from college. I haven't talked to him in years, and we kind of touch base of, kind of every now and then, but he said, "Hey dude, I've been watching you all over the years. And I mean, whatever you got, let's do it. Whatever you got, like just sign me up, send me the link. Let's do it." Now, the old me would have been like, "Hell yeah, bro. It's already in your inbox." As soon as you said, I was sending you the link. Okay. Because I knew what you were about to say. That triggers people in their mind, whether they see it or not. It makes people think that they have to be charismatic, or they have to be you, or they have to do what you did to close. Okay. So again, I say, "Hey, yeah, dude, I mean, yeah, that's awesome. I appreciate that. However, let's take a look at the video. Okay. Share with me what you want to accomplish. What do you want your life to look like over the next few years? Okay. What do you and your wife want? What do you got going on with your kids? All these things." Okay, cool. You know what? Actually, you told me why you're open. It sounds like it may be a good fit. Again, I don't know. Okay. I really don't know if it is or not. However, check out the video, dude. If it's a good fit for you, great. If it's not, dude, maybe we can find something else for you. I don't know. Okay. Again, I could have just said, "Yeah, bro, let's sign up. Let's run this thing." Right. But I want people to understand that there's a process. Okay. There's a process. And if I put him through that process, what's he going to do when he starts putting people, if he sees an opportunity for himself, what's he going to do when he starts putting people through a particular process? Okay. He's going to actually say, "You know what? Like, watch the video. Let's get back on the phone and let's, we'll close the deal." Okay. So again, if you find yourself in these situations and doing things like that, again, make sure that you're still using the process that your network marketing company has in place. Okay, system's there for a reason. What you do to get them in the system, obviously, or to get looking at the system. Hopefully, I explained that in the right way. But hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully, does that make sense, guys? I see some heads on here, so head nods work. Head nods work. Head nods. Okay, cool, awesome. Guys, know the right people are going to join. I think Wes just kind of touched on this, but the right people are going to join. Okay, so you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. Stop trying to. You're going down a road you don't want to be on. Okay. Again, know how you're going to plug them in. Know the track that the company and team uses. Get in that feeling right now. If someone called you right after this webinar and was like, "Hey, dude, sign me up." Understand that. I want you to get into a good feeling. If it's a nervous feeling, then that's not a good thing. Okay. We got to get into a really positive feeling. Even when I used to call people, I used to be really nervous, making calls and calling people. But I used to just psych myself out. And every time I'd have that name popped up and the green button would be there, I'd just say, "Welcome to the team," with a huge smile on my face. And it would just put me in a good energy, because honestly, the best time to recruit somebody is right after you recruited somebody. Okay. That's the best time to recruit somebody, is right after you recruit somebody. So you're saying, "Okay, well, awesome. Good to know, bro, but I haven't freaking recruited anybody." So psych yourself out. What if you did? Okay. So again, many of you may be watching this in a way where you're like, if you did recruit somebody, you may want to piss yourself. That's not a good thing. Start to psych yourself out in a place where you're like, "Oh yeah, that feels good." Right. Did I say something?
No.
I feel like it helps people to understand that.
Okay. Cool.
All right, awesome. I feel like I'm getting audited through this way, because it's like I'm going through the slides and then like Wes gives me like various looks. I'm like, damn it. I'm like feel like I'm back in college. I'm like, in my hate. I took this HR class, right? And honestly, the looks that I'm getting from Wes right now are just, I can't remember her name, but oh man, she used to give me these looks on presentations. I'm like, "God, I don't know if I'm going to make it through this." I made a C in that class. I don't know how. Made it through though. Okay. This is a big reason that most people don't close. I know I'm trying to move through here. You see 1, 2, 3, ... We never really we struggle with finding out where people are. Okay. We think that everybody's where we are. Okay. And they're not. You got to find out where somebody is. You got to find out where they are in their life, what's going on in their life, where they are in the process of things. Find out, know where people are. Not just, "Hey, I thought I did a good job of like finding out where this person is." No, you got to know for sure where somebody is. And, you know, back in the day, I listened to like a lot of like old school networkers before the internet style networkers. And, you know, a lot of people said they were swamped with like 3 leads. You know, if they were like prospecting 3 people, they were swamped. They couldn't handle, oh, I generate 100 leads a day, and then I've got, 85 people to follow up with. And they didn't do that. Why? Because they were so focused on a qualified person. They were spending time with that person, and they were really developing a relationship where they found out exactly where that person was. So if you know where that person is, now you can really provide solutions where a lot of times we never really find out. We're just kind of like, okay, here. Okay, we don't go through this cycle of really understanding that you are your target audience. You know your concerns. You know the solutions. You know your demographic and the message that you want to hear better than anybody else. And if you can put yourself in front of you and get them into your process, get them on your social media, get them, seeing you, and it moves them from cold to warm to hot to close, which is where we are today, and then repeat buyers and getting referrals and things like that, okay? So again, if you can get into this and see this slide right here should really help. I mean, you should plaster this like on your mirror and get to a place where you're just like, okay, I know me, I'm looking for 20 of me every day on Facebook or LinkedIn. And then I'm just getting that person in front of me. Maybe it's just saying, hey, and then that's the start of their cold. And then, they see a few of your posts, they see a live video, and then they get a little warmed up, and then you talk to them again, and it warms them up a little bit. And then you may, invite them somewhere and say, hey, check this out, I don't know, whatever. And then you really start to hit on some of their concerns, and they start to tell you their problems, and now it's getting real, and they get a little hot, right? And then we say, I know you told me that really your daughter's going to college and you got no way to pay for it. Now, I don't know if this is for you or not. However, I know you shared that with me, and I just want to see, if you're open to a solution for that, I just may have a solution to that problem if you're open to listen to it. I don't know. I'm just, you seem pretty serious about it. Were you serious about it? If you weren't, you could have been just farting around, but I don't know. Right now, how easy is that? How easy is it just, again, but a lot of times we're trying to like do this to somebody who's over here, and they're just kind of like, dude, like, stop crying. Like, take me out to lunch first, like, geez. Okay. That's how most people feel. So let's not leave people with that feeling. I've shared this before, and I've never really shared this on a public webinar, but obviously this isn't public. Okay. But this is one of my favorite closing tactics. Okay. I feel like this is the best way to close, and it's closing with a vision. Okay. If you can get them to see something that they didn't see before, if you can get a prospect to look at themselves in the mirror differently. So ask yourself, what would make this person look at themselves a little differently? If someone says, oh, you know what, like, I'm just a little scared, or, I've never done anything like this before, man, I'm surprised that, I was scared too. And I was actually, when you said that, it kind of like, it shocked me, because you never really crossed me as somebody that would let fear affect anything that they do. You just seem so awesome. I do think that's, it may be why I was drawn to you, because you just seem like a person that didn't ever let fear really shake anything that they do. How can you make someone feel like oh, you know what? You know what? You're probably right. You know what? No, you're probably right. I probably am a lion. I just been fronting myself. Okay, so practice finding out what people want. Okay, practice really just learning how to get someone's vision out of them. Most people are so clouded with all the bullshit that's going on around their life, they could barely concentrate on creating a vision. When they close, most people, they gotta fall asleep to the news. Why? Because when they close their eyes, they're afraid of what actually may be going on inside of their head. Right? They're afraid to sit in silence in their car because their thoughts are so jaded. So again, if you're the person that's making someone see themselves differently, if you're the person that can bring out the vision that they've been afraid. A lot of people are so afraid they don't want to bring out a vision because they're so afraid of disappointment and failure that it's like, oh no, why would I even think about that? Because I'm not going to get it, right? But all of a sudden, if you're the person that says, hey, you know what? I mean, if you want that, dude, you go get it. Go get it. Be encouraging. Be that person that says, pull that vision out and tell them they can go get it. I mean, just think about it really quickly. If me and you, okay, if I bring out a vision that you had no clue was in here, pumping, ready to come out, like I'm not even going to reference that because I don't know if everybody's seen it. I was going to reference Stranger Things, but I don't know if everyone's seen it. Cool show. But if it's just me and you, okay, you across the table from me, and I'm across the table from you, and I bring out that vision, capital THAT, okay, that vision, and I don't give you a solution, and let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you would do. If I don't give you a solution and I just pull this vision out of you, what are you going to do? What are you going to do if I just, yeah, you can do this and you can have this and da-da-da and da-da-da-da-da-da, right? Who said I watched Stranger Things in the last 30 days? I could have watched it before, Angela. Anyway, but what are you going to do if I pull out this huge vision that you had no clue was in there and you said, damn, that sounds awesome. I can feel it. I can see it. That's me. Yes. And then I say, okay, cool. Holla. See y'all later. Have a good day. You're going to be like, well, what the? Well, you're going to show me how to get it, or you're just going to just pull it out, or you're just going to leave me hanging, right? I mean, that's messed up if I didn't say. Now, I have a way for you to do that if it sounds like that's what you want, right? Can you see how this is a really powerful way to close somebody? Okay, super powerful, but we miss it. And if you want to get good at this, you need to read your vision. You need to make your vision clear. And again, you know, you've heard this not from me or Wes, but from other people that we kind of bring around our community. It's all about the clarity of it, right? It's all about the clarity. It's going to seem a little murky when you first do it, okay? It's going to almost seem like a lie, right? Many of you have been there. Many of you you've had these thoughts. It's going to seem a little murky. Understand that if it was murky to you, it's murky to them sometimes. Some people, you may bring out this vision and it's just hallelujah, clear. The clouds have just spread. The Lord has put the sunlight on this vision, and it's time to get into network marketing. But for some people, it's going to be really cloudy, and it may take a couple times. It may take a couple phone calls and bringing up that vision again, because clarity is the key. Okay. So where am I at? Again, most people have no clue. You know what you want for yourself and others now. So again, if you're targeting people like you, it should be really simple to talk to these people. And then we're just going to give you some psychological things on how you can just better communicate with them. Okay. Let me know. I know we're a little bit in, so I'm going to take a little bit of a second. Are you guys still with me? Are you getting value so far? Pop a number 3 in the comment section. Just let me know. Are you with me? Are you getting value so far? Is this helping? Do you feel like, just now you could probably close more people just from what we got here? I want to know. Let me know. Okay. Just want to know if you're still with me. Okay. Cool. Good deal. All right. Awesome. I will keep rolling as Kevin told me to do. So again, we're consultants, guys. We're not salespeople. Again, I want you to go back, and if you feel like you're just a salesperson, go back and read Sell to Survive. Okay. Again, I've always been told that a salesperson, a really good salesperson, is just someone that exchanges information and solves a problem. As simple as that. Some of us have this jaded view of what a salesperson is, but we just make sure that information that we exchange solves a problem. And if it can, it can. If it can, it can't. Okay. This is one of the biggest questions I feel like people miss. Okay. Is just asking, why are you open? Even when a guy says, hey, Ryan, dude, I've been watching you for years. I watched your videos. Awesome. Here's my credit card. Sign me up. Again, why are you open? Okay. what's recently changed in your life? After listening to you, I believe this is a perfect fit for you. Okay. And we're going to get into the because thing in a little bit, but because is one of the most important words that you can use in any conversation. And again, doesn't really work in text that all that well. Okay. Because there's tone, there's inflection, there's things that you have to learn in how to say the word. But these are just some things that you can say. So this may be a perfect fit for you because, okay, based on what you told me with your kid wanting to go to college, I believe this is a perfect fit for you because, or I'll probably say, I believe this may be the perfect fit, okay? Because I do want to leave some, like, I don't want to ever have someone feel like I'm like telling them something because I really don't know if it is a perfect fit or not, okay? So again, you may want to snapshot these. These are just some really cool questions. Some of you may have even seen these before, but these are the questions that I would believe that we'll put into a little docu form for you. I would actually highly recommend. I don't use them all too much now. Probably should, but for years I had a printout of these questions, and I would have them next to the phone. Like I had a folder, and it was the cover of the folder was these 10 questions. And if I was on the phone, literally, again, I would always ask an open-ended question on the phone, right? So if I'm asking an open-ended question, my job is to get them to talk more. Okay. Now, if someone's talking more through the conversation, I can actually listen and hold my notebook up and say, okay, listen, scanning for the next one of these questions that may fit in. I'm not gonna like try to like rattle all these off. Like, okay, all 10 go. But I'm looking for the one or two that fit the conversation. Does that make sense? Head nods help. Makes sense? Head nods. Anybody? Head nods? Okay, cool. So why are you even open to losing a little weight? Why are you even open to an extra side income? Why are you even open to residual income? Why are you even open to a new network? Okay. Why are you even open? Okay. I mean, you can say this so many different ways that just work. So again, via text, kind of hard. On the phone, Zoom, much better. Okay. So again, why are you even open? Someone says, if I ask someone, hey, look, I want to take a look at this. Love to get your feedback. Just curious if you're, open to a side project that, it really doesn't interfere with what you got going on now. They may say, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty open. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm just curious, but why are you even open? Why are you even open to an extra income? What's recently changed in your life that has you open? Okay, like stop focusing on what something is and start really focusing on what it can do for them. Okay, you should be writing these little things down. If someone says, "Yeah, I'm open because I could really use some extra money." Okay, cool. Why do you need some extra money? Oh, well, I lost some hours at work, and and a little extra income could really help out. With the holidays. Okay, cool. Well, why do you need extra income for the holidays? Well, I really want to get my kids something that they love. I just love the fact that they, frolic around and have smiles on their faces. Okay, well, just curious, but like, why is that important to you? And so now, a lot of us are afraid to dig that deep. A lot of us are afraid just, I don't want to ask questions because, well, guess what? Newsflash, we all have the similar problems, but most people don't have a solution. So again, you're the one with the golden ticket in your hand. You got solutions to problems, and they over here worried about, losing hours at work. Okay. So understand who has the posture. Okay. Stop focusing on what something is and focus on what it does. And don't be afraid to just dig a little deeper. Ask why. Why is that important? Why does it have meaning to you? And you'll get to a place where they're going to give you an answer that's based off love or status. Status meaning how people look at them. And once you hit that answer, once you hit that, like, oh yes, because I love my kids, because I love the look on their faces, then that's where you hit it. Okay. Many of you with kids, you're like, damn, if somebody says anything to me and they talk about like how much I love my kids, it's pretty much a wrap. Just take my credit card. Fine. You know what I mean? Like when it really has to do with something that's true love, it's a wrap. Okay. This is a really big one. Why do you feel like you haven't met your goals? This is a really consultant style question that I think it's huge. So again, what's really keeping you from hitting your goals? Do you think, what kind of obstacles are you facing? This one takes a little bit of more rapport. This is not something that you just want to ask like when you met someone, like, hey, those are really nice shoes at the bank, and then it's like, yeah, my name's Chris. Well, why do you feel like you haven't met your goals, Chris? Probably not the instance to ask that question. So again, get to a place where you probably built a little bit of rapport, at least their first name kind of thing. Probably a little more than that. But again, this is one of my favorite questions. If you had a magic wand, what would you do? What would your life look like? If you could have it your way, Burger King style, what would you do with, if you could just, wave a magic wand? This is part of that vision type thing, because we want to get someone thinking. We want to get someone dreaming a little bit. Again, if you can get someone in dream mode, a lot of times we talk to people and they're in like scared, I don't want to buy anything mode, which sometimes is it's inevitable. Some people are just like that. Okay. But the whole goal is to get somebody in dream mode. Most people are afraid to dream. So we have to get them dreaming, using things like stories, relax people so they can start to dream a little bit, using little things like this, like a magic wand. It brings someone back to like a childhood memory, and it can get them dreaming a little bit. Okay. So, what would your perfect business be like? If you could just wave a magic wand, and, what would your perfect business be like? I'm telling you guys, a lot of times people will literally describe network marketing to a T if you just ask them like, hey, if you could, have the perfect business, what would it be? Oh, dude, the perfect business, shit. I'd probably work from home, right? I probably wouldn't have to, have a lot of staff. I wouldn't have to have a lot of customers. Obviously I'd make residual income. I choose my own hours, and then you're like, okay, cool. So you pretty much describe network marketing. Now, don't say that, right? But again, if they're saying it and then they see something that lines up with that, it's kind of like ding dong. Makes sense? Okay. We can kind of like line them up, right? Still getting that look from Wes. So I don't know how good I'm doing. So I'm going to need your feedback to see if this is good, because either she's going to cut me or fall asleep. I'm not sure. But what would your perfect upline be like? What would your perfect leadership look like? What would the perfect product for you look like, right? Like, if you could wave a magic wand, like, what would weight loss, be for you? Oh, well, it would really taste good. It really wouldn't change my habits. I wouldn't have to like crush myself at the gym, it's something that, just really speaks to me, right? These things, something I could wear it on my arm, I don't know what people just think. But again, get it out of these people. This is just, hopefully these are questions that can lead you in the right direction. And a lot of these questions, if you do ask via text, you'll get a good enough answer, okay, to get them on the phone. All right. So a lot of these, if you do choose to ask one of these via text or messenger or whatever, understand that if they give you a decent answer, that's your trigger and that's your transition to get on the phone. Okay. Make sense? So if you're using one of these and they give you an answer, like let's just say we're on number 5, why is now the right time for you to, to make some positive changes in your life, right? Why now? You can use different variations of this depending on where you are with someone in a conversation. But hey, why right now? Why is now the time that you really got to lose 50 pounds? Oh, well, long message. Hey, awesome. I really appreciate you sharing that with me. Hey, let's just hop on the phone really quick, or let's set up a time to get on the phone. I've got some free time tomorrow between 3 and 7. What time in there works for you? Right? Like, can you see how this, yes, no, helping, maybe? Okay. I'm looking at you, Evelyn. I got you on my sight. You're on my screen. Okay. I'm like talking to Evelyn right now. Just me and Ev. So hopefully this is helpful, because I know, hey, I remember our conversations. We got to get on the phone. We got to transition to the phone. And if you're getting decent return messages from people, that should be like the bell to get on the phone. Okay. You can use different variations of this question, but again, hey, why right now is something that you can really, really go to town with. How much money have you set aside to start a home business? How much money have you set aside, for your nutrition? How much money have you set aside, for a blank? Okay. A lot of times people will give you a number that's way over the investment route. There's a phone call. And by the way, you guys are all silver and above. So you have access to various phone calls that we have done and recorded and put in your back office as MP3, so you can listen to them while you're in the back office. guys, there's you'll literally hear me ask these type of questions. And I cannot tell you how many times I've asked, well, they take a look at something, okay? It resonates with them, and they're thinking, okay, cool, I get a website, I get like I don't have to keep staff, I don't have to do anything, they handle the payments. Hey, well, from what you saw, what do you feel like that's worth to you? Just throwing it out there. And they could be a person that's thinking, okay, well, if I bought a McDonald's, it's $1 million, so shit. I mean, this is at least got to be like 5 G's, right? Well, you know what? It actually is. Plus, they're doing a really awesome special. It's only $500 today. Okay. Have you thought about having any money set aside to invest in a business or anything like this? Well, I don't have any. I haven't really set aside it for this, but I do have Okay, I mean, you'll hear it. I mean, go listen to some of those phone calls. I mean, Wes has experienced the same thing, and it's just if you ask again, put it on there. Anything so far?
I did close the week.
No, baby.
I did.
I'm just looking at you because you're so cute.
Whew. I thought it was because I was going to get murdered. All right. This is a really good question too. What do you expect from your upline or your leadership? Get this out of them. I mean, a lot of times, people, you can either get a good response or a bad response from this one. A lot of times you get a bad one, it'll save you a lot of time and a lot of heartache. And many a times, if they answer in a positive way, you can structure how the leadership is in your company or whatever you have to cater what their problem is or what their solution to what they have is. Okay. How would it feel to finally have success? Oh my God, I love this question because literally this is just ammo for them to like buy whatever you have. Okay. I love that question. Putting finally, LY words make a huge difference. Okay.
Sorry, we aired.
Did something happen?
I don't hear.
Oh, because my volume's off. That's why.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So, how would it feel to finally have success at your weight loss, on your weight loss journey? How would it feel to finally have success in home business? How would it finally feel to, have success at being a dad or being a parent or whatever, right? I mean, whatever they've told you up to this point, I mean, how would it finally feel? Words that end in LY are really, really powerful. They trigger the mind to listen. Okay. That's what happens when people hear LY words. It usually triggers their mind to like pay a little more attention. Okay. So again, use words like that. How long does it usually take to make a decision in the past? This is something that can really get you to a place where you find out how quickly you need to actually. Do I need to press for the close, or do I need to get to a place where I back off for a little bit? Okay. Hey, typically, another LY word. Typically, how long do you usually take to make decisions in the past? Just curious. Okay. That can really get you to a place where okay, I'm going to put this person on my follow up for 6 months, or I'm going to put them on my follow up for 6 days. Okay, can make a big difference. This is a big one too, especially if you're talking to someone that that's in a high performance job or already in network marketing. But hey, are you currently being groomed for success? Do you feel like you're really being groomed for success? And sometimes I've asked this question and got a yes, and that's awesome. Support them. Okay. Say, oh man, that's great. I know you got good leadership. That's great. I mean, hey, what have they taught you so far? What do you learn? Connect with them. Make a friend. It's okay that like if the question doesn't go your way all the time, it's okay. Okay, understand that. It's perfectly fine. At the end of the day, we want to get eyes on our presentation. Okay, guys. And I do want to share one question that I actually didn't put on here, but I think my favorite closing question of all time is, you guys ready for this one? My favorite closing question to ask someone is, if you don't get started today, just curious, if you don't get started today, what other way do you have to blank? What other way do you have to get your time back? What other way do you have to create residual income? What other way do you have to lose 10 pounds if you don't start today? Okay, and what I want to do is I want to make someone feel like, holy crap, there is no other option. There is no other. I don't have another way. And sometimes you want to put time in that. So because you don't want to get to a place where you ask that question and like they say, well, I'm going to do it. I just don't, I can do it in the next 50 years. No, we don't want that. Okay. So what other way, if you don't get started today, what other way do you have to create that type of residual income in the next 2 years? Okay. Because they need that variable of time. Okay. You can't forget to throw that one in there. They need to have that correlation of like, there's no shot of me creating this residual income. And how the hell am I going to do that in 2 years? Like you may throw out somebody's debt. Okay, cool. I know you really wanted to, to pay off that debt. Do you have another way? Do you have another plan to pay off that debt? Or what other way? I do want to make sure this is open-ended. Okay. What other way do you have to pay off that debt in the next 2 years? If you don't get started with us. Okay. It's hard to come up with a lot of answers to that. Like they're not. They're literally going to be stuck and be like, okay, shit. You're right. Again, the whole goal here, guys, is to have someone watch your presentation with which person, left or right, right? Which one do we want someone watching our presentation? A lot of times, people are watching presentations with the right. A lot of times people are listening to you with the right. And these questions are things that will get someone to open their mind. That's the most important thing, okay? Because if we can get someone to listen to us, if we can get someone to hop on the phone with an open mind, if we can get someone to watch a presentation with an open mind, if we get someone on a three-way call with an open mind, if we get someone to a webinar with an open mind, then the tools can do their work. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? It's like I don't know why I keep thinking of like Stranger Things, but it's like if you like have an open mind and then you put the tool inside, right? Like now it can like get all the gunk out, right? But like the tool does nothing outside of the skull. Okay, I just want to make sure this like is clear for everyone.
So go watch Stranger Things.
So pretty much go watch Stranger Things and you'll know what I meant. You'll admit here, okay? Okay, so here's some scenarios, and then we'll wrap up and we'll get to the Q&A. Okay, I know this was a little long, but I think it was necessary, and then we'll go to the Q&A. So, did they watch the presentation? Here we go. Yes or no? You're gonna get a yes or no. Hey, did you watch it? Yes, no. Okay. Friend of mine, Austin Zuloff. I've heard him say it 1,000 times. You never have someone watch a presentation with no follow-up. That does not count, okay? So if you don't set up the follow-up, okay, doesn't count, all right? So in your tracking numbers, if you don't set up, hey, when's the next time we're going to be talking, doesn't count, okay? The whole point, and a lot of people, they do this. They someone says no, it's, well, you told me you were going to watch it, dude. Why? Come on, bro. Why didn't you watch it, right? Again, don't get defensive. If someone doesn't watch it, say, hey, cool, no problem. The first time they don't watch it, I'm going to say, hey, cool, no problem. Hey, when's a better time for you? I've got some time to follow up here. Tomorrow at 6 and 8, which one works best, 6 or 8? Okay. That's the first time. If they don't watch it again, I'm going to say, hey, listen, I do have some other people that have watched it. I'm going to make sure to, I have to follow up with them. Okay. So let me know. Okay, let me know, when you've watched it, just let me know. Just shoot me a message, say, hey, I watched it. But for right now, I've got to get back with the people that actually did take the time out to watch the video so I can help them. Okay, hope that's fair. Hope you're cool with that. But I do have to make sure they're taken care of first. Okay, I do want to leave them with what Angela calls she's a FOMO, Angela, fear of missing out. Okay, so posture up, no begging. Again, everything is always no problem, cool, okay? Should be able to get back to you in a few weeks. I got some people to follow up with. Hope that's cool. Again, understand that, again, I want you to say this out loud almost every day if you have to. My success is not contingent on you watching or joining. So that makes you understand that your success is not determined by one person, okay? You are going to succeed anyway. You are going to crush it anyway. If they trip up or do something dumb or whatever, didn't watch it or whatever, then they're just not doing it with you right now. Okay? That's all it means. Okay? So let's just say they said yes. Okay? Really simple stuff. Really simple stuff here. Big no-no. What'd you think about it? Hey, man, what'd you think about it? You ask that question, most people are going to say, shit, I have to think. I don't like thinking. Okay? That's what most people are like, right? So, again, it's what'd you like best about it? I know for a lot of you, you probably heard this over and over and over again. You don't always have to say it exactly like, hey, well, what'd you like best? I use variations of it, but I always stick to this, period. Period. Hey, what'd you like about it? What really caught your eye? What really made you kind of like perk up and say, you know what, this may be for me. I'm giving subtle hints of like, this is for them. Okay. So again, hey, what really stuck out to you? What'd you like best about it? What really caught your eye? Those are kind of subtle things where I'm kind of going off of whether I think someone is they're more audible or they're more like touch driven or sight driven. Again, most of us either we run off of one of those mainly. I may say, hey man, what really grabbed you? What'd you see in there that really grabbed you? Or, what'd you hear that just sounded like this was for you? What'd you see that just made this seem like, man, like I can see myself doing this. Okay. So just little things like that, they help a lot. Okay. If someone has a lot of questions, again, answering all their questions is not going to make them join. Okay. So if someone says, hey, I did watch it and I've got some questions, I'm going to say, dude, that's awesome. Typically, a lot of people, when they watch this video, they don't have a lot of questions, but just curious, dude. I mean, what'd you like about it? Okay. I'm taking control of this conversation. And a lot of times, the people with the most questions, if you can get that question in there, hey, what'd you like about it? All of a sudden, all their questions are gone. Just saying, okay? Again, you being the master question answer isn't going to make someone join or not. If someone the person that just maybe gets some like really odd questions in there, and again, we're going to do Q&A, but like if someone gets a really odd question in there, I'm saying, hey, listen, okay, just curious. Is answering that question going to determine whether you see an opportunity for yourself or not? And it could be product wise, it could be distributor wise. Okay. But again, our goal is to always look to alter how someone sees themselves. Okay. Again, I always agree. If someone says, hey, yeah, I watched it and dude, this looks pretty awesome because I feel like I can do this in my spare time. Again, you agree at everything they say. Yeah, even if it's a little negative. So you know what? Honestly, yeah, I completely agree with you. The first time I saw this video, I thought the same thing. And but however, going forward, I actually I saw this and I looked at my life in this way, and I realized that even though the video looked like it was a bunch of partiers, that there wasn't. I don't actually have to party. So like, I know. Oh man, there was a when I was doing a travel company once, and there was somebody that was like, they watched the video and they're like, God, it seems okay, but like, we don't really do a lot of that. You know what I mean? Like we don't, I don't really I don't like travel, too much. And I was like, honestly, at the time I was like, I don't travel a lot right now. However, you can pick, when and where you want to travel to. It's kind of up to you, so then what they're thinking is like a bad thing. They didn't know that, you don't have to, do something, or, it could be, your video has more young people in it. And then they say, oh man, well, I don't know if it's just for me because, it's, it seemed like a lot of young people, and, me and my wife, we just, we're kind of to ourselves, and, we kind of hang out with an older crowd or whatever. And it's just because of the video, right? The video could be completely geared to kind of young people, but, there could be a lot of an older crowd or whatever. And then just explaining that, and agreeing with that and moving them to a different view of how things are can really help some people. Okay. What if you get a bad response? Someone says, hey, yeah, I watched it and no. Okay, this is understand there's differences between negative and quirky responses. There's some people that do just have, negative responses. If they are negative, nasty, to me, that disqualifies people. If it's quirky, then kind of dig into it. See, hey, what made you feel that way? Okay. again, realizing that there's more people out there that don't have solutions. So again, I do want to I don't want to just qualify everything as negative if they kind of ask me a weird or odd question. But here's something that if you do get a little bit of a bad response or a quirky response, this is a go-to. Okay. Just curious, hey, why are we even here? Why did we why'd you agree to watch the video in the first place? I'm getting them back to like why they were open. Okay. And that's the principle of this. Or asking, hey, what were you hoping to see? Just curious, what were you hoping to see? Okay. We just want to create a new possibility of the objection that they've created in their head, because a lot of times people can create an objection in their head that's not true. So we want to help them create and see a new possibility for themselves, and understand that, what, they could have gone in kind of open-minded, but still kind of closed-minded in some areas. And that may be why they're getting a particular objection, or you're getting that. Okay. So, if you get a good response, like, obviously get them to talk more. Okay. Why did blank really fire you up? What else? Get them to fill up that like box. If you got a good response from the, hey, yo, I saw it, get them to fill up that like box. Okay. When we're going for the close and someone's filling up that like box for themselves, again, it's, hey, sounds to me you're ready to get started. Sounds to me you're ready to join. Okay. It's not sounds to me you're ready to join. You know what I mean? It's you have to use posture and a lot of influx in your voice when you're asking this question to someone. And you want to do this in a way that it's right after they're giving you a lot of positive things. Hey, sounds to me like you're ready to get started. Okay. And that's how I'm closing someone. Okay. And then, now someone gives me a little bit of negativity. So someone says like, hey there, bucko, like, oh, no, you're jumping the gun. If someone says that to me, I may say, oh, you know what? I apologize. I'm sorry. Typically, when someone says exactly what you just said, typically they join. Okay. I want to make them feel like they're a little weird for not joining. Okay. So, well, when someone says exactly what you just said, typically they get started. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun, but typically when someone does say exactly what you just said, they're ready to get started. Okay. This is where I usually just shut up. And again, if someone says yes, yeah, you know what? I am ready to get started. Again, stop selling. I've seen so many people that they're just like, yeah, I'm ready to get started. Oh, you know what? You're going to love it. And it's got this like, oh my God, you haven't even seen the comp plan yet. I mean, I know you did, but you really haven't seen it yet. You haven't seen it until you got in it. And then wait till your product gets here. I mean, you're going to love it. Oh my God, wait till it hits your mouth. It's going to be awesome. Stop selling. Okay. If someone says yes, again, most of you may not have heard yes a lot. Get used to it. I mean, again, 90 days from now, you've got to see yourself getting a lot of yeses. Earlier than that, see yourself getting a lot of yeses. And this is another one that I feel like a lot of people kind of struggle with. I know I used to. I used to just really struggle with the Social Security thing. Okay. Again, roll through the Social Security thing. Okay, awesome, cool. What's your name? I need your name, address, Social Security number, birthday, phone number, all that stuff. Roll through it. It's nothing new. Okay, literally, a lot of the drawback people get when it comes to Social Security is self-created. Okay, if you don't put stress on it, they won't put stress on it. Okay, if someone ever does bark at it, you say, oh, well, Uncle Sam always got to get his cut. Uncle Sam, roll with it. Okay, just roll with it. Okay, guys, if you get good at this stuff, less leads equals more sales for you. Okay, you got to get good at this stuff. So, couple more things. Just, I threw a lot at you tonight. Okay. Like I said, I really went in on ways that you can close more people. This is the feedback close. And then I'm going to kind of explain this in a way that can really help you out. If there's people that have either not got back with you or said no, okay, the feedback close is awesome. All you're doing is saying, hey, I know I showed you something. I know I showed you what I've got going on. However, I'm just curious, and this is just for feedback purposes, just to kind of help me out. So I hope you can help me out. I just need your help. Okay. But I'm just kind of hoping I could gather some information on why you never bought or why you didn't take action. It would really help me And, I'd love to just get some feedback. I hope that's okay, that we could take some time. If you get a good response from that question, get on the phone and really see why they didn't buy. Like, just all you're doing is saying, hey, I'm just curious, how you felt about it, how you felt about the video. Our company does like feedback from the field to just kind of see how the videos are working and, how people feel about them. People love just to give their feedback on things. So I've had a lot of people close because I asked, hey, let's hop on the phone, and I'd love to just get some feedback. Again, even if they don't close, this is information that you can use in your marketing. It's information that you can use on phone calls. If you kind of see a pattern and you see like this is a reason why people aren't joining, then you can overcome those things and kind of hit those things head on as you're doing your prospecting and talking to people. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Okay, like you can go ask people for feedback and say, hey, look, listen, I know you didn't buy. That's perfectly fine. I know it probably wasn't a good fit for you, but would you mind sharing why? Okay, like in the future, when you do, year from now, 2 years from now, whatever it is, but when you do start running ads and you're putting marketing out into the world that you yourself can't defend because it's the marketing job, you can go out and handle certain objections throughout your marketing, and it makes your life a lot easier. Okay. And last big thing is, again, take zero off the table. Okay. If you've got someone that's you can see they're kind of in the close, they're hot, they're there, they're ready to buy, or something you can tell they need a problem solved. Again, take zero off the table. A lot of times, over the years in network marketing, I know for me, I've offered I start with the lowest package, and then it's lowest package. And what's the next thing? Zero, right? Start with the highest package. Get them thinking that, what, I'm going to have to buy that highest package. And then all of a sudden, when they don't buy the highest one, they may back off twice, but they get in. Okay. Does this make sense, guys? I mean, this is huge stuff, because a lot of times we okay, cool, I'm ready. I really do think I'm ready to buy. Okay, awesome. How do we get started? Well, boom, offer your highest package. One, you'll probably make a lot more damn money. But you wouldn't be mad at me for that. But then if they do bark at it, now you have room to work backwards, right? So hopefully that helps. Okay, hopefully that really helps. And again, use the word because I mean, it really gets. So again, if people tell me some information, one of my favorite sentences, based off what you said, based off what you told me, you may want to consider this because. Okay, so I gave you guys a lot tonight. I really did. So again, take what you can from this. Okay? You may want to come back, but I gave you literally everything I know about closing, from like the simplest things to some of the most advanced things. Okay. I do want you to understand, guys, that, some of you guys are going to talk to your warm market. Okay. Some of you guys are going to talk to your warm market. Again, you've got to put yourself in a position to where it's what you can do for them. Okay. And that's for anybody. A lot of people, they may see you right now, and this is one of those things that you may feel like, maybe kind of a kick in the mouth, but some people may look at you as a taker, not a giver. Okay. And if you show up in conversations ready to take, it's not going to work out for you. Okay. If you show up in conversations like, I just want to close this person in my business, it's not going to work out for you. Okay. Guys, in order to have success, you got to stick around. You got to learn this stuff in chunks. Okay. That's why I'm not telling you to go out there and be this type of closer. I'm asking you to go out there and take one or two things, apply them in your business this week, and then come back with a response of, okay, how'd that work? Okay. Where can I improve? Maybe I'll take another couple things. That's what's going to give you, some major progress over this 90 days. Understand, guys, people buy on emotions and they back them with facts. Okay. So again, if we can get them their vision, and if we can get them in an emotional state, the tools provide the facts. Okay. So it's very important that we ask these emotionally driven questions, and then we can use our tools to back them with the facts. So here's your homework. I want you to focus on this one thing. Okay. I want you to focus on this. Our voice is the voice that's in your ear for the next 90 days. After that, do what you want. Okay. But I do want you to go find a recorded call in the back office in the under the whatever coaching tab you usually go through. But go find one of the recorded calls and listen to them. Just listen to how we talk. I mean, that literally that could be one of the most important things. Just saying, oh, cool, he says it like that. And yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, then you can go say it like that to somebody. Find 3 to 7 people that didn't buy from you and find out why. Find out why. Use the feedback close. Each of you has a roadmap number that you know. I know our roadmap number is 8 people per day that we talk to. That should turn into about 4 to 5 leads a day. That should lead to about 2 to 3 phone calls per day, and that will get us to our number at the end of the 90 days. You have your number. I want you to use 1 or 2 of these tips, and I want you to use 1 or 2 of these on your number. Okay, so whatever your number is. Okay. And I also want you to find 7 people and really practice getting their problems out of them. Okay. So I want you to find 3 problems that 7 people have. That's your homework. Okay, guys. So we're rocking to the Q&A, and we'll catch you on the next module, my friends. Hope you enjoyed it.